start typing Pixlr, it pops right up on my screen. You're going to open an image, size, keeping in mind that the maximum size that Pixlr allows is 4,000 pixels on either side. So there, I have a brightly colored image that was actually a composite image. This flower wasn't there, I added it in just for fun. So you're going to go to, well, actually, you can just click duplicate right there. So now you can see over on the layers panel, I have 2 layers. I have the top layer highlighted, which means that's the layer that I'm working on. And I'm going to go to Adjustment, Hue and Saturation. And I'm going to take the saturation all the way down to nothing so that it appears to be black and white. Now, if I turn off this layer, you'll see that I still have the color layer underneath. And then I'm going to go to my eraser. And remember that you can change the qualities of your eraser up here by clicking the down arrow near brush. I can make it bigger. I can make the edges harder or softer. I like a soft eraser doing something like this so that I don't end up with a hard edge. But you can also change the shapes. These are all called brushes, but they really are, whatever tool you're working with at the time. So now I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to start erasing. And as I erase, you'll see the color image behind it. So I chose an image that was, going to be fairly easy to do this to. And I'm just going to add back in this one flower. So you may find that if you go around the edges first with a smaller brush, you can get into like corners and details. And then you can come back and make your brush even bigger. Whoa, that's a really big eraser, and do the interiors of them. So that's all there is to it. I would like you to choose one of your photographs and open it in Pixlr, duplicate the layer, and then go to Adjustments, Hue and Saturation, and drop the saturation all the way down to 0 so that it turns to black and white. And then go in and start erasing some of the black and white to reveal the color beneath. And try to be, as careful as you can around the edges.
Where do you find saturation again?
It's under the Adjustment menu, Hue and Saturation. I can type the steps into the chat of our meeting here if that helps. Oops, sorry. There you go. So there are basically 4 steps. And I know we haven't worked with Pixlr for a little while. So I'll remind you, you go to File, Save when you're all done. And if you're done, 100% done with it, don't need to do anything else, you can leave it as a JPEG, put your quality at 100, and click Download. I would recommend changing the name. And then it will download your image. Mine isn't done, but I just wanted to walk you through those steps. There, and so the instructions for how to save it, I just put in the chat as well.